Hey there, English learners. Welcome to English with Noor and Adam. I'm Noor, and today we have a really important topic. We're going to talk about how to handle stress and stay calm.
And I'm Adam. Stress is something everyone deals with. Whether you're a student, working full-time, or just trying to manage daily life, stress is part of it.
Exactly. And the problem is, most people don't know how to manage stress in a healthy way. They just push through until they feel completely burned out.
So today, we're going to share simple and practical ways to reduce stress and feel more in control of your life.
And by the way, at the end of this video, we will show you all the vocabulary with their meanings in English and Arabic. So don't worry if you hear a new word and you don't understand it.
All right, let's start with a big question. Noor, what exactly is stress?
Great question. Stress is the way your body reacts when you feel pressure or when something feels too difficult. It's like your brain is saying, this is too much right now.
Yeah, I feel that. Sometimes my brain is like a computer with too many tabs open. Everything is running slow and nothing is working properly.
That's actually a perfect way to describe it. And that feeling has a name. It's called being overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means you have so many things to do that you don't know where to start.
I get overwhelmed every Sunday night when I think about the week ahead. There are meetings, deadlines, errands. It all hits me at once.
A deadline, by the way, is the last day or time you have to finish something. Like if your boss says, I need this report by Friday, then Friday is your deadline.
And errands are small tasks you need to do outside, like going to the bank, buying groceries, or picking up medicine from the pharmacy.
So now we understand what stress is. Let's talk about the signs. How do you know you're stressed? Adam, what happens to you when you're stressed?
Oh, a lot of things. I can't sleep well. I toss and turn all night. My mind keeps racing with thoughts.
Toss and turn is a great expression. It means you keep moving in bed because you can't fall asleep. You go left, right, flip your pillow, and nothing helps.
And sometimes I get headaches, or I feel tension in my shoulders and neck. My body literally holds the stress.
Tension means tightness or stiffness. When your muscles feel hard and uncomfortable, that's tension. Stress causes a lot of tension in your body.
What about you, Noor? How does stress show up for you?
For me, I become really irritable. That means I get annoyed easily by small things. Someone chews loudly and I want to scream.
So don't eat chips near Noor when she's stressed. Got it?
I also lose my appetite sometimes. Appetite means your desire to eat. When I'm really stressed, food just doesn't interest me.
That's the opposite for me. When I'm stressed, I eat everything in the fridge. It's called stress eating or emotional eating.
That's so common. And another sign of stress is procrastination. Procrastination means you keep delaying things you need to do. You know you should start, but you just keep putting it off.
I'm an expert at procrastination. I'll clean my entire apartment before starting a work project. Suddenly, organizing my socks becomes very important.
Okay, so now that we know the signs, let's talk about what actually causes stress. What are the biggest triggers?
A trigger is something that starts a reaction. So a stress trigger is anything that makes you feel stressed. For me, the biggest trigger is having too much work and not enough time.
Yes, that's a big one. Another common trigger is uncertainty. Uncertainty means not knowing what will happen next, like waiting for exam results, or not knowing if you'll get the job.
The waiting is the worst part. I'd rather get bad news quickly than wait a whole week not knowing.
I agree. And let's not forget about social pressure. Sometimes other people's expectations create a lot of stress. Your family wants you to study medicine, but you want to be an artist.
Expectations means what people think you should do or achieve. And when you can't meet those expectations, it creates a lot of anxiety.
Anxiety is that nervous, worried feeling you get about things that might happen in the future. It's like stress about something that hasn't even happened yet.
My brain loves to create imaginary problems at 3 in the morning. Like, what if I said something weird to my coworker last Tuesday? Did they notice?
That's called overthinking. When you think too much about something, especially things you can't control, overthinking is one of the biggest enemies of calm.
Okay, so we know what stress is. We know the signs and the causes. Now the important part. How do we actually deal with it? What can we do?
Let's start with the most powerful one, breathing. I know it sounds simple, but deep breathing actually tells your brain to calm down. It's science.
Really? Just breathing? Come on, Noor.
I'm serious. There's a technique called the 4-7-8 method. You breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 7 seconds, and breathe out slowly for 8 seconds.
A technique is a specific way or method of doing something. So a breathing technique is a special way of breathing to get a result, like feeling calmer.
I do this before meetings at work. 3 rounds of deep breathing and I feel so much more focused and relaxed.
Okay, I'll try it. What else helps with stress?
Exercise. And I don't mean you have to go to the gym for 2 hours. Even a 20-minute walk outside can make a huge difference.
That's true. When I go for a walk, it clears my head. Clear your head means to stop thinking about your problems for a while and feel refreshed.
Exactly. Walking in nature is especially helpful. There's even a word for it. It's called a mental break. A short pause to rest your mind.
I need mental breaks every day, especially after staring at a screen for hours. My eyes get tired, my brain gets foggy.
Foggy means unclear or confused. When your brain feels foggy, it's hard to concentrate or make decisions. It's like there's a cloud in your head.
Okay, so we have breathing and exercise. What about talking to people? Does that help?
Absolutely. Talking to someone you trust is one of the best ways to cope with stress. Cope means to deal with something difficult in a healthy way.
I used to keep everything inside. I'd just bottle up my feelings and pretend everything was fine. But that made things worse.
Bottle up is a great expression. It means to keep your emotions inside without expressing them, like putting your feelings in a bottle and closing the lid. Eventually, the bottle explodes.
And when it explodes, it's not pretty. I once snapped at my friend over something so small just because I had been holding in stress for weeks.
Snapped at means you suddenly spoke to someone in an angry or rude way, like a rubber band that suddenly breaks. It happens fast and it hurts.
Now I try to vent to someone I trust. Vent means to talk about your problems and frustrations openly. It really helps to just let it out.
That's so important. Okay, now let's talk about something most people forget. Saying no. Learning to say no is one of the most powerful ways to reduce stress.
Oh, this is a hard one. I always say yes to everything. Can you help me move? Yes. Can you cover my shift? Yes. Can you finish this project by tomorrow? Yes.
And then you're completely burned out. Burned out means you're so tired from too much work or stress that you have no energy left. You feel empty and exhausted.
I've been burned out before, and it took me weeks to recover. It's not worth it. You need to set boundaries.
Boundaries are the limits you set to protect your time and energy. For example, telling your coworker, I can't stay late tonight, or telling a friend, I love you, but I need some alone time.
Setting boundaries is hard at first, but it gets easier. And people actually respect you more when you're honest about what you can and can't do.
Absolutely. Now, another great way to handle stress is to prioritize. Prioritize means to decide which tasks are most important and do those first.
I like to make a to-do list every morning. I write down everything I need to do. Then I circle the 3 most important things. Those are my priorities for the day.
That's smart. And if something isn't urgent, you can delegate it. Delegate means to give a task to someone else. You don't have to do everything yourself.
Delegating is hard for people who like to control everything, but sometimes you have to trust others to help you.
And here's something people don't realize. Your diet also affects your stress levels. When you eat junk food all day, your body feels heavy and your mood drops.
That's true. I notice a big difference when I eat well. More energy, better mood, less brain fog. But when I'm stressed, I crave comfort food.
Crave means to want something very badly. When you crave chocolate, you can't stop thinking about it until you eat some. It's a very strong desire.
Try to drink water instead of reaching for snacks. Sometimes your body confuses thirst with hunger. Staying hydrated actually helps you think more clearly.
Hydrated means your body has enough water. When you're dehydrated, you feel tired and your head hurts. Drinking enough water is one of the simplest things you can do for your health.
Okay, good tips. What about social media? I feel like that's a big stress factor for a lot of people.
Huge one. Comparing yourself to others on social media is so toxic. Toxic means something harmful or bad for you. Seeing everyone's highlight reel makes you feel like your life isn't good enough.
But nobody posts their bad days. Nobody posts, hey, I cried in my car today and ate cereal for dinner. It's all filtered and fake.
Exactly. So try to limit your screen time. Set a timer for 30 minutes, and when it goes off, put the phone down. Your mental health will thank you. Now, let's talk about something I really believe in: mindfulness. Mindfulness means paying full attention to the present moment, not thinking about the past or worrying about the future.
Is that like meditation? Because I tried meditating once and my brain just kept wandering. I was thinking about what to have for dinner the entire time.
That's completely normal. Wandering means your mind goes to different thoughts without control. The goal of mindfulness isn't to stop thinking, it's to notice your thoughts without judging them.
So it's like watching your thoughts go by like clouds in the sky. You see them, but you don't chase them.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And you can practice mindfulness anywhere: while drinking your coffee, while walking, even while washing dishes. Just focus on what you're doing right now.
I actually started doing that with my morning coffee. Instead of checking my phone, I just sit and enjoy the coffee. The taste, the warmth, the smell. It's really calming.
That's wonderful. Now, here's another big one: sleep. You cannot manage stress if you're not sleeping well. Sleep is when your body and brain repair themselves.
I know. But I'm a night owl. Night owl means someone who likes to stay up late. I do my best thinking at midnight.
That's fine, but are you getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep? Because sleep deprivation makes everything worse. Deprivation means not getting enough of something you need.
Honestly, sometimes I only get 5 hours, and the next day I feel like a zombie. No energy, no focus. Everything feels harder than it should.
Try creating a bedtime routine. A routine is a set of actions you do regularly in the same order, like putting your phone away at 10, reading a book for 20 minutes, then turning off the lights.
The phone part is the hardest. I always tell myself, just 5 more minutes of scrolling, and then suddenly it's 2 in the morning.
Scrolling means moving through content on your phone by sliding your finger up or down. It's very addictive and it really affects your sleep quality.
All right, one more tip. What about journaling? I've heard a lot of people say writing helps them feel better.
Yes, journaling is amazing. Journaling means writing down your thoughts and feelings regularly, usually in a notebook or diary. It helps you understand your emotions better.
What do you write about? Like, do you just write anything?
I usually write 3 things I'm grateful for, anything that's bothering me, and 1 positive thing about my day. Grateful means feeling thankful for something good in your life.
That's a great habit. Focusing on what you're grateful for really changes your perspective. Perspective means the way you see or think about things.
Exactly. When you focus on the good things, the stressful things feel smaller. It doesn't remove the stress, but it helps you handle it better.
You know what else I've learned? It's okay to ask for help. A lot of people think asking for help is a weakness, but it's actually a strength.
100%. And if stress is really affecting your life, it's okay to talk to a professional. A therapist or counselor can give you tools to manage stress that you might not discover on your own.
A therapist is someone trained to help you with your mental health, and a counselor is similar. They listen to you and help you find solutions. There's no shame in getting help.
Before we go to the vocabulary section, let me share one last tip. Be kind to yourself. We're often our own worst critic. Give yourself permission to rest, to make mistakes, and to not be perfect.
Self-compassion, that's the word. Self-compassion means being gentle and understanding with yourself, especially when things go wrong. Treat yourself the way you would treat a good friend.
I love that. Okay, now let's review all the vocabulary from today's episode.
Yes, this is the vocabulary section. We'll go through all the words and their meanings. Ready? Let's go.
Now, stress and emotions vocabulary.
Overwhelmed means having too many things to deal with and not knowing where to start.
Anxiety is the nervous, worried feeling about things that might happen in the future.
Tension means tightness or stiffness, especially in your muscles when you're stressed.
Irritable means getting annoyed easily by small things.
Appetite is your desire or feeling of wanting to eat.
Burned out means so tired from too much work that you have no energy left.
Self-compassion means being kind and understanding with yourself when things go wrong.
Now, daily life vocabulary.
Deadline is the last day or time you have to finish something.
Errands are small tasks you do outside the house, like shopping or going to the bank.
Routine is a set of actions you do regularly in the same order.
Scrolling means moving through content on your phone by sliding your finger up or down.
Prioritize means to decide which tasks are most important and do those first.
Delegate means to give a task to someone else so you don't have to do everything yourself.
Now expressions and phrasal verbs.
Toss and turn means to keep moving in bed because you can't fall asleep.
Clear your head means to stop worrying and feel refreshed.
Bottle up means to keep your feelings inside without expressing them.
Snapped at means to suddenly speak to someone in an angry way.
Vent means to talk openly about your problems and frustrations to feel better.
Now mind and wellness vocabulary.
Cope means to deal with something difficult in a healthy way.
Mindfulness means paying full attention to the present moment without judging your thoughts.
Wandering, when talking about the mind, means your thoughts go to different places without control.
Foggy means unclear or confused, especially when your brain can't think clearly.
Night owl is a person who likes to stay up late at night.
Deprivation means not getting enough of something important, like sleep deprivation.
Journaling means writing down your thoughts and feelings regularly in a notebook.
Grateful means feeling thankful for the good things in your life.
Perspective means the way you see, think about, or understand things.
Crave means to want something very badly, like a strong desire for food or comfort.
Hydrated means your body has enough water to function properly.
Toxic means something harmful or bad for your health or well-being.
And finally, boundaries are the limits you set to protect your time and energy. Great job, everyone! Try to use 3 of these words in a sentence today. That's the best way to remember them.
We would love to hear how you handle stress. Tell us in the comments, what makes you stressed? What do you do to relax? And do you have a bedtime routine?
Write your answers in English in the comments. It's great practice, and we read every single comment. If you liked this episode, share it with a friend who is learning English.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know when we post a new episode.
Bye, everyone. Take care of yourselves, stay calm, and don't forget